Good morning, YouTube. All right, I was going to play a quick, not so quick, 30-minute game or so and stream it live and do some commentary while I'm playing, and maybe that will actually help improve my game. I'm not convinced about that, but we'll see what happens. So, looking for an opponent. Oh, we got an opponent. I don't know why his name is hidden. Oh, it's because I'm in focus mode. Vicky M 1983, rated 1116, so a little bit higher rated than me. Not too much higher rated. I got to remember. I still see 11, or I see 11 in front of a username, and it makes me nervous. But I'm almost there. I'm almost a big boy too. We'll see how it goes. So they opened with king, or with the pawn, with the king pawn to e3. Interesting move, but I feel like the thing to do here is if an opponent's going to give you more room to advance, I'm going to go ahead and take it. I know I'm moving a pawn, the same pawn, twice, but I'm going to take it anyway. So now this is going to create problems if he wants to bring any other pawns out. This queen, you know, she can't go sitting there, and so if I bring my knights here, the queen's not going to be able to go there to sit. I guess she would be able to go here to sit, but you know, I think this is a good outpost for this pawn. I think for my next move, okay, now they're probably thinking some kind of mate. So let's just go ahead. If I go here, he's not going to be able to take that. So he's probably going to try and check me. It's just an annoying move. It's probably going to come here to check me, in which case I'll just block with my bishop, and then I'll castle. So already I feel that my development is better because he's going to have to move his queen twice. I've got a knight out. I mean, stuff like this is, I feel like when you're an 800 or 900 rated player, okay, maybe that's appropriate, but I don't know. Not that I'm like super high level. Okay, so he's checking me. All right, fine. What's he going to do? He's not going to take the pawn because the pawn's guarded. He has no moves, and my next move is going to be bringing my knight out to have development and just harass his queen even more. So I'd imagine he's probably going to, okay, yeah, so he's just screwing himself over because this queen, he's going to have to move this queen all around to keep protecting it. And meanwhile, I'm developing. All right, so now he's attacking this pawn. I could castle. Yeah, let's castle. So he's probably thinking this, maybe. This guy's just annoying. I just don't like him. All right, you know what? You want to be annoying? How's that? How's that for annoying? I mean, look at this. His dark squared bishop is going nowhere. He only has one knight out. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and en passant that. I think if I go ahead and take, well, what's his purpose of doing this? Oh, to block the queen. So if I go ahead, actually, wait a minute. All right, no, that's not going to work. So I'll just en passant. Now he's probably going to capture with, I would imagine he's going to capture with the pawn. But then again, this guy, he's just kind of random. He might go ahead and capture with the queen. Which if he captures with the queen, no, actually it would be nice if he captured with the pawn. If I could somehow get my guarded bishop here to pin his queen. But my bishop is already in an odd place because my light squared bishop is stuck, and I can't move this pawn up. I'm sure he's just sitting there like, all right, he's gonna have to make another useless move. His development's terrible, terrible. He's not even close to king. I mean, he could do a queenside castle, but he's not. He still has. He's at least 2 moves away from the closest castle. So, and he's got to move his queen. He can't just take. He's got to move his queen because I'm threatening his queen. So the move I did here, which just about anybody that plays chess knows, it's called an en passant. But I know that a lot of beginning players are unaware of that move. So I've read stories of people complaining to chess.com that there's a bug in the game because people did this. So if I go back, en passant is when your knight is on the 4th rank. And your pawn, a pawn is on the 4th rank, and they bring a pawn out to be parallel to you like this, or right next to you. So you have an option to en passant them, to capture them, which is what I did. Now, if I made some other random move, that option to en passant goes away. You only have the option as soon as the opponent makes the turn. It's kind of an obscure move that I feel that some players don't know about, that a lot of players don't know about. All right, so he's moved his queen there. What's he got? He's got nothing. All right, so I want to get this bishop. I want to get this bishop somewhere. Because I want to get the bishop out because I really, you know what? Maybe I'll leave the bishop there. Bring this pawn there so I can put this guy on this diagonal, though this diagonal at that point is guarded by his bishop. I think I'll just go ahead and get this bishop out of the way. Move him here. No, because then he's going to be annoying and bring this pawn down. Actually, I'll go ahead and do this. I'll do this because then I can bring my bishop here or here or here. And then actually this would be good because if I brought the bishop here and then I can maybe put my knight there. No, wait a minute. Think about this because if I actually do put my bishop there, the bishop is unguarded. So if I threaten his queen, he could just take. So that's not a good idea. All right. We'll keep thinking. We'll keep wondering. But this so far has just been an annoying game. Joe writes in the chat. Actually, I have a window. I can put the chat. I can display the chat. Not that there's going to be a lot of chat. Americans don't en passant. Yes, but I am Bolivian, so I do en passant. Everything I know about chess, I learned from reading the Battle Chess Manual in 1994. I'm sure a lot of that is still applicable. Okay. How do I want to play this? It would be nice to do this little trick, not trick, but little trap where I put my bishop here and then I can move my knight there. So he would be forced to move his queen and then I can move my knight there, checking and forking and then get that rook. But in order to do that, I need to protect this square. So I could protect this square either... Yeah, I'm going to protect the square with that. And I guess that also kind of, I don't know. That file's kind of blank. I really should move my one rook right here because the only thing between, at that point, the only thing between the rook and his king is this pawn. What was this guy's name or this woman's name? I'm sorry, Vicky M. 1983. All right, so I'm going to assume one of the 38 genders that this person Vicky is a female. Not that it matters, but we'll do that. All right, back in the chat. Let's see. Bird of Prey says, "Don't forget to switch from top chat to live chat so you don't miss any chats." I don't think that my stream is really in any fear of missing any chats right now, but I'll keep that in mind. And Bird of Prey says that Vicky sounds hot. I'm not sure what he's basing that on, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so he's moved here, threatening my knight and my bishop. I could take, and then he takes. All right, now I had another idea. I move here. He takes my knight, because to him, that looks like a blunder, although I have a plan. So I take my knight, put it there, he takes, then I take, he takes, and then I move my rook here, pinning his queen and therefore winning the queen. There's a lot of assumptions in that, though. That's a very, very presumptuous line. So actually, I think what would be better is just to move my knight here in preparation to go here, forking his knight and his rook. And I suspect if I move my knight here, he's probably going to do something like bring one of the pawns out to try and harass my knight. Let's do that. We're going to go here. We're going to go there. This way, I can also do a surprise. Like if he takes, I can go ahead and move my bishop here, threatening his queen. All right, so that's what we have. He did a check. I mean, he took my knight. I'm going to go ahead and take with my queen. We could do a queen trade. I'm not against a queen trade. I suspect he probably won't, but oh, okay, he did. So, I mean, I guess it would be in his advantage to do so because that's going to weaken my king's defense. But if everything goes to plan, I'm about ready to win this rook, unless he sees that. His only move at this point. Okay, so he did guard that. All right. So that bishop is stuck there. As a result, that pawn is stuck. This pawn doesn't have many places to go. And so this bishop in itself is not going anywhere. Let's go ahead, bring my bishop along this nice file. And all right, so he sees that. Go ahead and pin this pawn here. All right, Joe, my faithful viewer Joe, he writes, stop misgendering Vicky. She was probably born in 1983, so she's 30-something who plays chess. She has to be hot. Yeah, maybe. All right, so he is threatening he wants to kick my knight off of that square. So I'm not going to be able to do this because it's guarded. What could I do? I could just retreat. Could just bring my knight back there, which is probably what I'm going to do. The only thing I don't like about that is that it's blocking this diagonal. But I can bring my knight here. So if I do bring my knight back here, I can actually bring him over here, attacking this bishop and actually attacking this pawn. And he's not going to be able to take because he is pinned. So let's go ahead and do that. Now he might bring this down just to harass, because this woman, sorry, seems like an asshole. So maybe probably bring it down. So material is pretty even, which kind of bothers me considering I feel like I had a better opening, but it is what it is. Okay, what do we got? So they just brought the knight, probably preparing. No, would it be a preparation for that? maybe preparing to bring their bishop out. I'm thinking, so if they bring the bishop out, which is what I'm pretty sure she wants to do, bring this out, I could just go here as a preemptive move, then he takes, I take. Actually, I don't know if I would take with the pawn or if I would take with the rook. Might be, because this pawn is undefended. Let's go ahead and stick with my plan for now. So now I'm attacking this pawn, attacking his bishop. And actually, if I get this pawn, I can get this knight as well. I may, if he comes here, if he brings his bishop out here, I may just let him take that. Because, okay, all right, so he's protecting the knight. Probably be a good idea for him to attack my knight since this is lined up. I don't like that this is lined up right there like that. If, no, that's not going to work. If I take, no, that's a bad idea. That's a very bad idea. That's a very, very bad idea. Let's see, what we could do is I could take, he would take back, I take this pawn, threatening this. He would probably just move it back. No, actually he would take with his knight, so that's not going to work. Maybe I'll just go here to e5, threatening his rook. He could take, I would, maybe I might want to retake actually with the pawn to get rid of the double pawns, but then I have a passed pawn who's not going to, no, that wouldn't be a passed pawn. Passed pawn would be these guys down here. So let's do that. Yeah, material is even. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's do this. Let's do that. Threatening his rook. Now, he can actually take my knight at this point. He probably wouldn't want to. All right, so that was not a good move for him because this guy is now free for the taking. And it's check, so I can get 2 for 1 because now I can take his bishop if I want. But before I make any commitments, I want to see what he does because maybe there will be a better move. Maybe he could... All right, so he's attacking my knight. I think I'm just going to take the bishop. And then that'll put me up a piece. It'll get some more material off the board. I think that's what I'm going to do. And then he'll take... And then, oh, no. And then I've got a nice annoying check here that I could do. Don't know what that accomplishes. He's got this nice pawn chain here, all in the dark squares. So that's going to inhibit my dark square bishop a little bit. I'm a little stuck here. I don't see... Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's give him a check and then see what he does with it. See where he goes. Now, I mean, there's not a lot going on. Now I'm thinking, all right, that I don't know how I feel about that move. But okay. I would have probably, had I been him, I probably would have moved my king. I feel like bringing this out weakens weakens this pawn definitely. Which actually, if I move my bishop here, then I can take that. He'll move, and then I can take that, and so because that's actually guarded. Okay, yeah, I think that's the move here. So I think that him moving, or I'm sorry, she. I think that the fact that she moved her pawn there weakened her pawn structure and has now given me opportunities for attacking. So I don't know what she's thinking with that move, but now I think I can probably get that rook because I'll go here and he's going to have to move. I'll take, and then I'll be threatening that rook. So let's do that. So check. And actually, depending, I might be able to get this rook. So let's say he goes here. Let's say she goes here. I can just deliver another check. And actually, that would be a bad square because that would actually be a double check that she would be on. So she would have to definitely move her king. All right, I'm feeling a little bit better about this game. I was annoyed by it at first, but I feel a little bit better. So I can take this pawn, which opens up a discovered attack on that rook. I think that's the best move because then my rook will be here, and then if I move my rook again, let's say he moves here and I move my rook here, that's therefore a discovered attack on that rook. So let's do that. So now I've got this attack on the rook. So she'll probably, I don't know what, she might attack, she might actually bring it back and attack me. In which case would I take? I could take, and then she would take. No, I'm not sure there's a lot to be gained by taking. But I feel like we might be close to a check. I think we're getting close to checkmate. Okay, so that's an interesting move. All right, what are my options? So, I'd like to have some kind of forcing move here, but I don't see any forcing move that really involves me losing, that does not involve me losing a rook. I'd also like to bring this rook into the mix and get him involved with the game. I'm really happy about my bishop here. I really like this diagonal that it's guarding. It's also preventing the king from a possible escape. Now I do have a check. I could check. She would probably go here or here. I would think she would come out and start bringing her king into the center of the board. Would probably be the way to go. I mean, it's probably what she would do. I could exchange rooks. If I went here, then she takes, I take, but then I lose a bishop. I don't like that. I could, if I bring the bishop here, tempting her to take, which she might, and I take back. That's a check. The king has to move, but this diagonal is then opened up. So let's do that, actually. If she doesn't, well, wait a minute. She's got this knight. She could take with the knight. All right, nothing is being threatened right now on my end. I'm up 5 points. I think I'm going to try and bring this rook into the game. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I put the rook on this nice open E file right here. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. All right, so she wants an exchange, which I think is probably a mistake. So if I take, she takes, check. Actually, it would be a double check. She would have to go. So she's here at this point. She can't go there. Yeah, I think the exchange is probably. No, wait a minute. If I go up there, she can take with the knight, and that would be threatening my rook again. Huh. Huh. Ha ha ha. Very clever. Very, very clever. What if I do the rook here? If I do the rook there, she takes with her rook. I take with my bishop. And she can't take the bishop back because I'm guarded. And so I'm up. So we've gotten rid of 2 rooks. And I'm still up by 5 at that point. See, this guy here is causing a lot of trouble. This knight. So what was that line I just said? So if I go here, let's start over. If I go here threatening, he comes down, she comes down, takes, and maybe I take with check. But she may not take if I bring her over. And if she doesn't take, then she either needs to move that rook, because then I would just take with that. I don't know. Okay, what about if I instead did a check, and then she takes, and then let's do the check. Let's do the check. We'll do this. So if she decides to take with her rook, then I'll take with my rook, and I've gotten her rook for the expense of a bishop, which isn't a bad trade from my point of view. From my side of the trade, it's not bad. We'll see. So I hope everybody's having a lovely Saturday afternoon. I am sitting at home enjoying Diet Mountain Dew, playing a game of chess. It's going to be good. Okay, so I think I can. Well, wait a minute. Might not be able to. Let's see. Might have gotten myself into some trouble. If I check, then she'll just take. It's this horse. It's this horse. This knight is just screwing everything up. I really want to get rid of that knight. I'm going to really try to get rid of that knight. So I'm going to threaten the knight. I'm going to threaten the knight. I really hope that she moves the knight away, sensing that I'm going to threaten it. Because if she moves this somewhere, if she moves that knight somewhere, then I have a discovered check, in which case I can get, maybe I might not be able to. No, I can. In which case I can get rid of this rook. If she doesn't move that knight, depending on her move, I might just take it because it's really annoying me. But let's say she moves it here, threatening my rook. Actually, she wouldn't move it there because then I would just take. So maybe she would move it. Oh, okay, what's this? All right, so there went my discovered check. Well, no, no. I'm just going to take. I'll take this goddamn knight. She'll probably take with the pawn. But at least the knight will be off the board and it won't be causing me the problems it's been causing me. I need to be careful because if I move this, if I move my bishop, he's got a unguarded attack on my back rank rook. So, all right, let's stick to the plan. He's going to have to take at that point because I'm threatening his rook. So she'll take back with the pawn. Tricky, 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 tricky. If I checked, and then she took, for whatever reason, I could get that. I really, now I want to get rid of her rooks, but I don't want to do it at the expense of my bishop, because my bishop is right now the deciding factor. Now I have to think about time. Time's getting short. 10 minutes, I know for a lot of people that's plenty of time, but not for me. I like to take my time. So this is where the double pawns are really driving me nuts, because if I had a pawn on this rank, I could just bring it up here, I'm sorry, on this file, and then I can move my bishop there. Oh, these squares. Okay, let's, ooh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? What to do? What to do? All right, I think I'm going to bring my bishop here. Then, no, I'm not going to bring my bishop there because then he's going to attack. She's going to attack that. Okay, if she's going to attack it, I need to at least make it worth it. So I'm going to bring my rook here. So that way I can move my bishop, and then if she decides to attack, I can take the rook back, and I'm fine with that. Ideally, I'd like to get her rooks off the board. So if I can keep, if I have to sacrifice a rook to get one of her rooks, I'm good with that. But I don't want to have to sacrifice a bishop in order to force a rook exchange. Now, this game's actually turned out pretty okay. This is, her opening moves really annoyed me with, bringing the queen out. It would be nice to win this game and basically make her pay for that, because that just seems like an annoying thing to do, and it really doesn't pay off, I guess. But we'll see. All right, so she's bringing the pawn down, probably anticipating this move. Things are getting a little cramped here. Yeah, they're getting very cramped. I think I'm just going to meet her back. So that way, that's going to eliminate this square as a point of safety for the king. She's also detecting that I could bring my rook over here. But you know what I might do? Bring my rook here, and then check with the bishop. And then she might bring that down. All right, let's do that. Let's bring the rook over there. I mean, now she's got 10 more minutes of time left to me. So I got to stop talking, and I've got to start making decisions. And this is probably where I'm going to start losing as well, because I start to panic. And I'm like, oh, God, I only got 8 minutes left. I got to figure this out. Also, let's say I brought my bishop up here. That pawn is open for the taking at that point. All right, that's just a waiting move. That's just so okay. I go here. That's check. She could come down here and threaten my rook, which would be difficult to do or even to guard. So I want to bring this guy up so she can't come here. She would, with that check, she could go here. She could go here. Although I like this move as well, though she might just go ahead and bring her king up here to threaten me. I've got to move this bishop. I don't have a lot of places to move it. That's the problem. Well, let's create one. If I go here, then I have a nice little outpost. Okay. He'll probably take, but I'm going to bring my bishop back here, which will allow me to take this. So if I go ahead and do that, now he could be annoying. She could be annoying, come down and try and check me. I don't know what that would accomplish. It'll probably accomplish a victory because I screw things up like this. But yeah, okay. So just do that. Probably going to double up the pawns. I mean the rooks at this point. Aren't you? Come on. That's what you're going to do. I know you're going to do that. You're going to double up your rooks. You're going to double up the rooks with the hopes of bringing one rook down here. Okay, you did that instead. All right. All right, so this pawn is open for business. All right, let's just go and take it. Now I've doubled up my rooks, which is nice. I might go ahead and just do a check. All right, all right, all right, all right. There we go. She might bring it back in here, but I'm going to go ahead and pin. I mean, she's going to move. She's going to move this rook here. Sorry, she's going to move this rook here, if I had to guess. But I'm going to pin. She'll take. I'll take. And then I'll be up a rook and a bishop. No, I'll be up a bishop. But I'll get her rooks, because right now her rooks are actually pretty dangerous. This file here is way open and way unguarded. Joe says she's going to draw. I don't know. I don't know if she's going to draw, especially considering the time distance. All right, she's just going to start picking away at my pawns. Fine. So her only choice here is to take. Really? All right. I guess that wasn't her only choice. How can I use that to my advantage? Can I? I mean, because all she's going to do is just pick away at my pawns. So go ahead, take my rook back. And now it just becomes a battle of, okay, so I'm definitely up a bishop. All right, what do we got? This person's highly annoying. And I'm going to be annoying too, just to guard my pawns. Because that's what she wants to do. She just wants to start picking away. Blah, 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 blah. She's probably going to bring down. I don't know what that accomplished, but okay. Let's see. What do we got here? I'm trying to squeeze the king in, trying to create as little space as possible for her king to escape to. Okay, so she's going to come down and try to start threatening me. Are you threatening me? No. What to do? What to do? I'd like to move this up, put my bishop here for a check. Oh no, I can't do that because that unguards that then unguards the rook. So I want to do that. So exciting. All right, let's just. I don't know what else to do. I'm at a loss. All right. Oh wow. No, that was dumb. Dumb. This is where I screw up. I completely my bishop is trapped. And now it's gonna be an even game. She got my bishop. Fuck! Oh wait, are you allowed to cuss? Fart! Poop! Crap! Crap! I'm ashamed of myself. Literally ashamed of myself right now. All right, let's just do this. She really can't protect this pawn. At least there's that. Oh, wow. I mean, all right, so she's just going to start picking away at my pawns. Go ahead, take it. You know you want to take it. Joe says, I can feel your rating dropping. You know what? How do I ban somebody from the room? How do I do that? All right, I'm kind of in a desperate situation here. Plus, she's got all the time in the world where I've got 3 minutes because I'm sitting here talking about how I'm going to lose this game. Ugh, incredible. Now, at this point, our castles are locked. It's a stalemate for castles. So I'm going to try and force a queen. There's not a lot she can do. I mean, she can try, but move my king here. So this is where endgame tactics do come in handy. I'm pretty good. I had a lot of fun practicing how to advance, basically how to have your king escort a pawn up to. All right, well, let's change it a little bit. He'll take that. Can't go down. At this point, it just becomes, I mean, I'm going to get that pawn. But there we go. Put my pawn there, advance it up. I mean, she's either got a, I mean, I don't know what she's going to do at this point, because now, yeah, no, she doesn't have a lot of options. She can't king. She's not, I mean, she's not going to queen anything. Nothing. She's all out of pawns. I've got 3 pawns, and we're even on the rook. So I don't think, probably going to go there. Let's go over here, protecting this pawn. I should have led with my king, but it's probably recoverable. Go ahead and take it. Wait a minute. I might have checkmate. If I go here, she can't go there. She can't go there. This is checkmate. Whoa! All right. I pulled that out of my ass. Whoa. I just barely did that. That was, all right. Woo. Got that. Got that. Got it good. All right. That'll teach her. That will teach her to do that stupid opening. All right, let's go ahead and analyze it. I know this has been a long video. We'll analyze this really quickly, and then I'll call it a day. Oh, boy. Whew. All right. So my accuracy was a little bit better than hers, 74.0 compared to her 62.2. I had 7 blunders. Count them, 7. 2 mistakes, 8 inaccuracies. So all in all, you know, it was a pretty even game, it looks like. We both had about 27 missed moves, or best moves, excellence, inaccuracies. I'm going to check out my blunders really quick, and then I'll end the video. So, okay, it says that me doing the bishop here was a blunder. That d6 was the best. This always gets me. These moves always get me. I'm going to retry, actually. So, it said that here was the best move. I guess I see that. I guess I can. I did this because I wanted to harass her queen. Basically, I did it. I moved my bishop out of spite. And, you know, spite will win sometimes, but it doesn't always win. All right, that's one. Next blunder. Now, what did I do? I did an en passant. I'm a little biased to en passant because it's such a, it's an uncommon move. So whenever I have the option, I kind of like to take it. Though that's not what the computer recommends. I'm going to say the computer probably recommends maybe that? No. Give me a hint. If I don't get on the first, give me a hint. Wait, what happened? What? Why'd you take my hint away? All right. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to refresh. I don't know where my hint went for that one. Retry. We did this one already. That was the move on that. All right. Next move. Okay. Hint. Okay. Moving the bishop was the hint. Wouldn't move it there. Maybe move it here? No. Here? No. Here? No. Then where? View the best move. Well, I thought I did that one. All right, whatever. All right. So I apparently moved my pawn. Okay, I remember this. I moved my pawn here thinking I would take my bishop somewhere. But it says no. It says no. Is it the same? Apparently, I don't know that I understand why that's the best move. Maybe because it takes my bishop out of danger. I guess. Who knows? Again, same move. No, not that time. So the computer's probably being aggressive. And what did I do on this move? I moved my bishop. I moved my knight over here. I bet the computer's saying this is the best move. Yes. What is the computer saying is the best move here? Probably take. Nope. What about a hint? Give me a hint. Wow. Do you see this? All right. Is it that? No. Is it that? No. Is it moving him completely back to safety? No. Just show me the answer. Okay. Well, I should have known. I should have known to be aggressive. Okay, be aggressive. Yes. This was a blunder. Probably moving my king up would have been the... Nope. Give me a hint. Moving my... I don't know. Oh, attacking the pawn. All right. Maybe again, attack the pawn. And lastly, this... Probably that. Nope. Yeah, perfect. Okay, good. All right. Well, again, this was a educational game. If you stuck with it, thank you. It's been a long video, almost an hour long, maybe actually over an hour, but it was good. It was a good game. I enjoyed it, and I barely pulled that out of my ass. So I'm glad I did. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and all of that good stuff. See you next time.